Hi, let's have a deep dive into InciMat product. Here is the login window. I am just giving an email ID and the password. So this is the home page of the InciMat product. You are seeing couple of icons on the left side, headers, and the right side drop downs. So we will get into the details of each one of them. Let's set the context and understand the key differentiators of InciMat product. It has inbuilt machine learning algorithms for load balancing and the dynamic dispatch. It has a dynamic mobile services framework to develop apps on the fly based on the business requirement. Overall, engines are auto-scalable and auto-deployable to provide a solution across industry and domains related to transportation, logistics, mining and supply chain. Software and hardware being engineered to work together on this platform. InciMat base is a role and a form-based workflow engine which is inbuilt. It has an alerts including the parent-child alerts and dynamic queue framework is part of this product. Overall, it can be deployed using a single click deployment procedure to overall install on machines talking to the server same time. Via InciMat we can create both static as well as dynamic elements both with GPS and RFID, and at runtime like geofencing, trip and milestone, all three together can be done. Fuel consumptions analysis and RFID controller including the asset tracking and management is under the InciMat umbrella. There are tried and tested base engines to overall shorten the delivery time and improve the turnaround time to customer specific customizations. The product is applicable for both B2B and B2C, and porting into cloud using IoT platform for enterprises is part of this product. Thank you. So let's get back into the software. Okay, so I will show you first some of the features. On the right side you are seeing there is a registration link is there, so I can register a operator, a vehicle, an alert into this system, and it will be created dynamically using a framework. So we have an allocation framework, we have an alert framework through which I can register the system. So apart from this, let's get into a single view. There is a icon called dashboard which you are seeing. So I will just click here and it will give me a live information of all my moving assets, devices in the same single window. So you are seeing there are 4 windows. So the first one is signal, second one is device, the third one is alert, and the fourth one which you are seeing there is a set off on the registration side on the device's live status. So let's get into the first window, the signal window. So here I can view all the information about my devices, what is the status. You can see a set of information which is coming below about all the devices. So I will pick up some devices and key on the search, so it will give me a list of all the devices. So I can pick up some of the information on these devices. So I will give an immediate instant search on the right side. I can type it out and automatically I will get a filtered information. So this is a GPS hardware device having an IMEI. So I will get all the information ranging from date and time reported to the server, the latitude, longitude, speed, angle, satellites, set of information on the right with respect to the movement sensors, ignitions, voltage values, fuel sensors, and typically the timestamp when the satellites is sending the signal to the server. Apart from this, addresses, altitude, and the port. Similar information, this is hardware. Now I will show you information on some of the mobile, like we all use mobile. So there is information on the mobile. So I am picking up one more device which act as a mobile. So for the mobile also in the similar screen I can get the location. For example, I can get this information of latitude, longitude, the same information. What is this particular signal comes, whether it's from GPS, you can see some from network also. If there is no GPS, you can get those information there. There is a what is the current level of battery, what is an operators, service providers, timestamp, source of the information, and the port. So I can search all this information on the live up and running in this dashboard, and I can view a detailed summary view. Similarly, in the device who are active up and running, so it typically gives me a flavor of a control command center where I can see the set of devices which are running here. All my devices you can see in the similar window, whether it's my mobile phone, whether it's dumper, whether it's my tipper, loader. So all vehicle type would be registered here with the registration number, all the set with the speed, angle. So this is my last position of these devices. So I am using mobile as a tracker, by vehicle as a tracker. I can have the graphical information with respect to speed, satellites on my own graph. There is a graphical engine inbuilt which is also dynamic. The third tab is an alert. So basically I can get an alert view how many live alerts which are coming in the system with respect to whether somebody has tampered the device, whether the signals are low. So these set of alerts it can define. There is a set of logs I will show you in the reports. We can see what kind of information which comes out from these alerts, what time, data, location, speeds, and everything. I can have a summary and the detailed view here. The fourth window which I would see here is like giving me an information about, as of now there are 8 devices which has not been registered in the system. There are 12 devices for which I don't have information. The signals are not coming from X amount of duration. Unallotted vehicles, like the operators not been allotted with these vehicles and the operators vehicles. So unallotted vehicles, devices. So all this information I can get into a dashboard. Let's quickly jump into the next important feature of this, which I am just going to focus, is a GPS segment. So you are seeing there is an icon called GPS segments. Okay, and I will just click here and see the information here. So it gives me a information about the data, about the what exactly is the information which I am doing. I can have their set of 3 icon which you are seeing in the system, which I am marking it right now. So this is the key stuff. I can create a set of milestone. I can view the information. I can create a trip. I can create a closed area. So I can zoom it to any level. Any map would be a reference for us. So probably I will try to create a dynamic fence. So this is an area. I just click here, set of area. I can give a description on this area, which people in the industry termed as geofence. It is a dynamic one. I just saved it. So it will automatically create a segment, and any set of milestones in my trajectory I can define using this software, which is in the similar fashion I can define as a demo trip. Software can track the movement and the deviation along this. So typically set of milestones also. So I can now, you're seeing I finished one. Let's analyze this information on what I have just entered. I just clicked on this button, give a description here, the ID which are being created in the software, so it will give me the information here. I can see it. I click on the Gmap. I can view the information live up and running on this system. You can see it. This is what I have created in the system. And also, apart from this, I can get into an analysis of where exactly a vehicle is lying. So I give, say, any fences ID, and I need to give a duration. So probably let's have some duration on this, which can give me a timestamp where from X to Y, where I can view for a device. I can give a device also. So as of now, this works for the demo device. So it will give me an information. You're seeing set of information from this time to this time. There is a, you're seeing there is a is in. So probably I am seeing what exactly is there, what duration it was there on the particular zone, which time duration. So I can give those information, and on instant search I can view all the information when it was there. I can save it to my required any format, close it out. Fine. Now I will show you their set of reports which are available. The set of fundamental reports which works for any vehicle tracking. You can give me a live information for all the devices. I can search on this filter or give me all the parameters, search on the information of, give me the code, the duration, the fences, and it gives me the live information of all my devices. So you can see what is currently happening with the same set of information. I can pick up any device. Say I pick up this, I can immediately do a control use instant feature. I can select a single one or a combination of rows and view it again on the Gmap. So, and I can view it up live and running. What is the scene? Everything would be installed here. Then I can see it. There is the scene there. Typically, apart from this, I can get the information on the past position, the duration of devices with the other ones, with the logs, vehicle allocations, fencing, analysis, the current position of the devices, what is the last reported position of these devices which are being there. So they set of around 20 reports. For demo purpose we are showing these reports, and also as I discussed, they set of reports on the alerts, who is doing what, the logs on the reports, on the alert logs, and all the information would be there on this. All the action would be recorded through alert log. So these set of reports which are available. Apart from this, not only geofences, but also they set of other. Let's quickly jump into the InciMat RFID controller, which is divided into 3 layers: status panel, script panel, and the legends. RFID status panel will show you the current status of all the readers. The script will check for any update in the status of the readers and will update the overall InciMat RFID home screen. In this way, what we can do, we can actually create clusters of RF readers and identify the trajectory of assets across the value chain. The report. So this is from the tracking perspective. Now what we are going to do is, now let's start from the incident perspective. So for a particular user who is performing this role, can have, this is the task what is in hand with him. These are logs what he has done with this information, the preferences of setting the details here, and he can, from a single user, I can do, there is a button called search here. I can track a work item, what are pending, track instance, what are the pending work items, what are the logged, finished and active work items. So all the information I can search it out in the similar fashion, what are the items who have finished, who has logged and everything. Apart from this, I can manage my complete organization or enterprise. So this software where I can manage a set of users in my organization, a group, the roles which users are performing, the processes, queue and application details. All the information can be passed on into this system. This is one feature. Apart from this, there is a graphical view of creation. I just clicked on this flow creator. There is a button, so I can create a set of activities giving some description in the software, and I can create a link between these activities, and any combination I can give it. I can describe, add properties, changing. So the whole graphical. So basically, if you have given me, this is my organization, these are my processes, these are my activities, these are my tasks, these are my roles. So all this would be graphically created and can be mapped to this engine which is running on the background. There is a web link which you are seeing here. There is a web link. I can view all the information via web. We have coming out with the mobile versions. On similar thing, there is a chat server which is there. There is an allocation and deallocation of vehicles. There is a dynamic allocation which happens to this particular window where I can set of operators and the vehicle which are being there involved, and I can allocate, I can deallocate all the information using this particular window. So basically for a shift supervisor or a dispatcher, based on the target production, he can actually track the movement, graphically created and can be mapped to this engine which is running on the background. There is a web link which you are seeing here. There is a web link. I can view all the information via web. We have coming out with the mobile versions. On similar thing, there is a chat server which is there. There is an allocation and deallocation of vehicles. There is a dynamic allocation which happens to this particular window where I can set of operators and the vehicle which are being there involved, and I can allocate, I can deallocate all the information using this particular window. So basically for a shift supervisor or a dispatcher, based on the target production, he can actually track the movement. There are a couple of more informations. Thanks for a patient hearing. So here I am logging off from the software. Thank you. InciMat owns factory of mobile applications related to tracking and the location-based services, leveraging mobile as GPS device, giving live status, get the current positions, breaking news, overall image uploader and many more.